Welcome everyone to Next Level Athletes. Tonight we have Fabrice Mukendi, Bryant University running back. Fabrice, to start things off, take me through your recruitment process. What would you say was most interesting and challenging about it? But more importantly, why you chose Bryant?
The most interesting part of my recruiting process was just being in high school and really getting a chance to speak to different coaches from different leagues. Yeah, I would probably say the most challenging part about it would be knowing what school was the right fit for me.
Mm-hmm.
And why I chose Bryant was because, for that simple reason, it fit best with my qualities in the classroom and on the football field.
Mm-hmm.
Their
And
business program and things of that nature. So yeah.
what would you say your initial thoughts or expectations were when you first got to campus and starting practice? But now, seeing that you've been 1 year into the program, how would you say these have possibly changed or differed going into the future?
Sorry, could you ask that question again, man?
Yeah. What were your initial thoughts or expectations when first arriving on campus and getting to practices and stuff? But seeing that you're a year in now, has anything changed or differed from that point on or not?
Yeah, I would definitely say that my first expectation was this was going to be a whole different level to the game, faster players, bigger players. So my expectation has changed, knowing that I've adjusted to the game a little better.
Mm-hmm. And additionally, when taking a deeper look into your freshman campaign, you had the best season for a true freshman running back in your program history, appearing in all games, rushing for 652 yards, nine touchdowns, and also averaging a league best 5.9 yards per carry. With that being said, what does this all mean to you, if anything? But more importantly, what might these stats and accolades mean to the possibility of your future and what people can expect from you going forward?
I just know that um, when I look at my stats, or I tend not to try to look at them too much,
Mm-hmm.
it's just a milestone that I knew I was going to obtain. And when looking at my future, that's the only thing I try to meditate on, and how I'm going to do better than what I did previously.
Mm-hmm. And given that you are coming off your freshman season, with your future and the time ahead of you, what would you say has been your most memorable or favorite moment playing for Bryant, or even your favorite memory of high school football? Something that you might never forget or you always have with you forever.
Oh, okay. So my favorite memory at Bryant would probably be summer workouts, summer training camps, I guess you call it. Just being in the same dorm as the teammates and trying to get to learn each other. That whole brotherhood aspect of it was pretty dope. And my favorite aspect of high school football would just be, just having fun. Honestly,
Yeah.
it's a whole different. It's not as professional as it is in Division 1. I wouldn't say it's one is more fun than the other, but it's just you're hanging around with your boys and just scoring touchdowns. I don't know. I loved it.
Yeah, of course. And
Yeah.
with all the possible distractions and outside noise, especially with how social media and all the NI deals nowadays, and with recruiting, what would you advise any individual wanting to take that next step towards a collegiate career, and anything also you like to share with anyone listening regarding recruitment as a whole, and like being able to be patient and taking that time and not jumping into something right away.
Yeah, so social media is a pretty good thing for recruiting, I'd say. It's just being able to use and utilize all your platforms to better suit your athletic career. So to any upcoming football players, I would just say focus on how you can make your Twitter more presentable to coaches, make your Instagram. You always hear this, but never have drugs, anything like that on your Instagram. So just present yourself in the best way on all platforms. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. And next, with everything that's happening on the field, take me through what it's been like for you being at Bryant off the field, and more specifically, what are you majoring in, and whatever your answer might be. Is there any reason or interest behind that?
Yeah, so off the field, classroom is still like a full-time commitment. So I'm also full-time on and off the field. And how it's been, school is amazing, honestly, because I get to try to focus on what it is I love to do. And business is something I'm very passionate about. What I'm majoring exactly, it's international business with two different concentration and a minor. And it's been pretty cool trying to navigate myself to get to the career I want.
Of course. Seeing that you first started football 10 years ago, what would you say interested or influenced you the most into starting? But more importantly, when would you say you first had that thought of, I want to do this in college and I want to make it to the college level?
I would say the first time I picked up the football, because the reason why I did in the first place was I had a cousin of mine. He's actually a ex NFL player,
Hmm.
and seeing him at Division 1 honestly was the reason why I wanted to do it. And the motivation behind it was to get free education, not making or not having to make my parents pay for university was the number one driving force behind that.
Hmm. And with anyone, you can ask them who in their life means a lot to them, or that special group of someone or friends that influence them or push them to where they are now in life and such. But for you, who would you say is or are your biggest like influence and supporters in your life? And additionally, what do they mean to you and where you first started to where you are now and to your possible future?
I would say my biggest supporters would be my parents. Yeah, they're definitely the people that believed in me the most. My family in general, to be honest, and to know that I always have and will always have a support and a backbone to my whatever it is I want to do in life is a very cool thing to keep in mind. So yeah, that's definitely the people that motivate me a lot.
Hmm. And if someone were to ask you about Bryant University, for example, if they were to ask you why take interest in a program like Bryant, but also what makes this program unique and different from others, and what you might expect from them, and what you can mature and maybe develop in regards to the coaching staff and what they have to offer.
So I'll answer the first part. I was actually on the phone with the recruit earlier today, and he was asking questions about Bryant and things of that nature. And what I found myself answering a lot was how different our approach to the game is, and our difference in the business school. Honestly, the fact that it's a business school, not every school offers that real world experience.
Hmm.
So Bryant is a dope place for that reason. And the reason why I said football and how we approach it different is just honestly a different culture. Everybody here is a dog, like you know what I'm saying? So we're all trying to get each other better and individually better as well. So it's cool to have a group of guys that you know you're gonna graduate with and that you know they're gonna push themselves to become the best around you and make the team as best it can. So what differentiates us from many other schools is that simple reason, man. Everybody here wants it.
Hmm. And lastly, with everything being said, you have a very bright and exciting future ahead of you at Bryant. But
Thank you.
taking a look into what might be your next step in your career once that decision comes, do you have any possible ideas or thoughts towards what you want to do after? Or in other words, what would you say is your ultimate goal or dream after college?
Yeah, so football is definitely something I look to pursue my career in when it comes to the next level. I hope to play in the NFL, but it's definitely not the end goal.
Hmm.
The end goal is to influence and to bring uh, bigger influence, bigger than just the sport. So the end goal goes along with people. I just want to be a help to as many people as I can. And football is a tool, but one of many that I plan on using in the future.
Of course. Once again, Fabrice Mukendi, Bryant University running back. I really appreciate you coming on today and I wish you nothing but success in your future, man.
Yeah, it was a pleasure being on here. Thank you.